Hey everybody, welcome to Dark Souls 3. I'm actually really excited for
Yes,
this.
indeed.
We're going to skip over the opening cinematic because who the fuck cares? Um, I'm really excited for this. I hope you guys are really excited. I unfortunately really don't have the know-how to give you a blow on the mechanics of the game. So I will try to explain a little bit as we go along. Um, in my primary game, I'm playing a quality build, which is essentially a build that focuses splitting strength and dexterity. This time around, I think I want to uh, play a faith strength build. I have had very good results with that in the past, and I think it'll be fun. So I think what I want to do, because there's actually really a couple of different starting classes that you can take that'll get you to that place. I think what I want to do, God, he's got such great luck. Second best luck, actually. I'm going to take the cleric to start out with. Um, this is our cleric. We're going to name him Frederick. He's going to be a male. He's going to be mature. I'm going to take the life ring as my burial gift. And let's see, how do we want him to look? Oh God. He's so bleh. Okay, I'm going to play around with this for a little bit. I'm glad that they kept the large head and the small head. I'm going to do burly upper body. He's going to stay male. His voice is going to be that of a mature voice. Face presets, we're gonna God, some of these are really odd. I'm gonna make him a Kareem guy, except can his eyes be not so fucking small? What kind of creepy ass Jesus? Where's my head? Head. Musculature. Yeah. Body hair. I want you to have thick body hair. Do that. How do I affect his actual face, though? Can I? Fine, fucking Astor Noble. So here's our friend Frederick. He is about to go on his quest to fucking find some Lords of Cinder and not be so hollow and shit. We are going to face details. Oh, okay. So we're gonna. I'm sorry. Boop bap. Kareem. Face detail. For God's sake, make his eyes a reasonable size, please. Features? No. Eyes. Just make them a normal size. Maybe like there. Bring them down a little bit. Yeah, see, now he's starting to look a little bit more reasonable. Just has the strongest jaw ever known to man. There. That's good. That'll do. We will at least change his hair. Oh, what? I get a beard? Fuck yeah. Oh, nice. I'm gonna make him mutton chops. Yeah. Let's see. Give him fucking caterpillars for eyebrows. And then what hairstyle? Faux hawk. Yeah, this one. The receding hairline, but still stylish. And then we will make his hair. I don't fucking know. This color. Cool. Go, Frederick. Man of great jaw. Huzzah! So, first thing to note with the cleric is he starts out with 2 miracles, which I can use with my bell. So I have heal and force. This game handles spells a little bit differently than the previous games. This game, of course, uses force points instead of casts, spell casts. Gotta love that fucking cleric blue robe, though. I mean, just look at this. What is that giant turtle shell on your back? Force is a purely defensive spell. It'll push people away, and then heal obviously heals you. So we run up here. Fuck you! And as well, we get our Ashen Estus Flask, which is how you recover force points. I'm just going to go ahead and waste it there to demonstrate. The mace, let's look at it. So it gets Perseverance, which is a temporary boost to poise. Another new feature that they're adding in this game this time around is each weapon has a specific weapon skill. They're not totally unique. Some of them are shared between types of weapons, but they are varied. So in this case, I have Perseverance. Do that real quick, and it gives me a boost to poise. But you'll also notice that it takes away a little bit of force to do that. My chime. Ow! Fucking shit. Dickbag. Yeah, suck it. Going around to be a douche? Okay, cool. Well, that guy's having some headache problems, but I think he's okay. So my chime recovers HP over a period of time very slowly. So, for instance, I wanted to use its thing, I would go Pwah! And it's actually over. Oh, does it still have to be in my hand? Yes, I see. So in that case, this, if you really wanted to make... Oh, shit. Oh, God. If you really wanted to make that useful, you would want to... Jesus Christ. You would want to wield it in your offhand, and have it as your secondary weapon. Sorry that sucked so bad. Alright. And in order to activate weapon skills, you have to wield them two-handed and then use the L2 trigger. Come over here. Whoa! What's up, fucking evolved, grown-up crystal lizard? These guys are so awesome. Like, they're not particularly difficult. Definitely more difficult than the hollows you fight in this area, but like, just in terms of character design, they're so fucking cool. I love them. They're like one of my favorites. And I'm actually hoping to demonstrate another thing that they've kind of that they've kind of transferred over from Bloodborne, which is a kind of a different take on the visceral attack mechanic. Ow, Jesus! Or maybe I'll just die. But essentially, there's a mechanic in the game now where you have a chance of staggering certain enemies by targeting specific points in their body. With the giant crystal lizards, it's the face. If you do enough hits to the face, then they will stagger temporarily, and you can get the equivalent, this game's equivalent of a visceral attack in on them. So, hopefully I will not die so quickly, and I will be able to show it to you. Now, if I wanted to, I could just run through this area, but remember that one of the things that's cool about our cleric is he also starts out with particularly high luck. So it really is actually of my benefit to go through and kill all the enemies that I feel comfortable killing, because these guys early on don't drop much in the way of equipment, but they do drop very, very weak soul items. Oh, Jesus. God, why am I sucking so bad at this? It's funny, I just like did this section earlier with the night class and snap. So obviously, I mean, our cleric isn't the beefiest. He definitely does not have the best defense in the world. I'm really just hoping to get that action, that animation. That's all I really care about. Did it in a snap with my knight. And then I'll run away. Like, fuck this guy. I don't even have to kill him right now. That was lucky. Oh, there he goes. There he goes. That was what I was looking for. So it essentially gives you a free chance at a critical hit. Much like the visceral attacks, only slightly different. What I don't know is if you can do it multiple times. I know you can get that staggering animation on this guy multiple times. I'm not... Oh, fuck. I'm not sure if it'll actually allow you to get the critical hit multiple times, because I know that, like, with boss characters in Bloodborne, you could only get usually like one visceral attack off on them. Oh yeah, so it looks like every time you see that animation, you can just go in for that extra damage. Oh, I got cocky. I suck. No, please don't die. So close. Oh. There we go. Haha! Yay! Alright. So that's another cool mechanic that I haven't really been able to use effectively in any of the other enemies other than the giant crystal lizards. I guess mostly just because I'm not really sure what to look for. But it is a cool thing that they put in the game. And definitely something that will be helpful to us throughout our journey through Lothric. Go ahead. Pop a heal because my poor Estus Flax is extended. Go over and kill this motherfucker. Like in previous games, all the messages on the ground are tutorial messages, so I won't really bother looking at them. And we come out up on this hill. What a beautiful hill. Very nice. Oh, sorry about the frame rate drops. We're up here. Yeah, I know that. Our very first bonfire! Hooray! And we get a emote. Obviously, there's nothing we can do at the bonfire right now. Later, though, it will be useful to us. These guys are slightly stronger, you'll notice, owing to the fact that they take 2 hits to fell, and even one-handed I can't kill them in 2 hits. You know, in hindsight, I'm realizing, actually, it might just generally be a better idea to wait to kill the crystal lizard until you've gone past the first boss. You'll notice that I have quite, actually, the crystal lizard gives you a pretty generous chunk of souls, and if I happen to lose those over the course of getting through this tutorial area, which is entirely possible, then I will be at, unfortunately, quite a loss. Plunging attacks are still pretty much the same. Just hit the attack button while you're falling. I'm actually curious about something. Oh, I didn't do it soon enough. Wondering if you can bounce projectiles. You can! Holy crap. I don't know how you would ever use that effectively, but it seems like you can rebound projectiles with the force ability spell, which is cool. I like that. So here is our very first boss, Iudex, I believe, or Iudex Gundyr. He has the Ashen Sword stuck in him, as well as bloopy tentacle shit. He was pretty tricky for me in my first playthrough, or my first character, which I chose the Deprived for. Hopefully he will provide slightly less challenge this time around. So notice that you can get at least a couple of free hits on him right off the bat while he's waking up, essentially. Unfortunately, since you have to pull the sword out to do that, you're never going to get those free hits on him ever again if you die during this battle, which is a little bit of a bummer, but can't really be helped. I'm going to try my best not to use up very much Estus early on in the fight, because it'll be important to have it a little bit later. Sorry about the slowdown. I don't know if it's just because this game is so fucking beautiful, or if it's because it doesn't like capturing at the same time too. But generally, a good strategy for him. Oh, there it goes. And again, in that transformation, you get a chance for a couple of free hits. Honestly, ooh! Is this one of those? Oh man! I missed it. I wonder if I'll get that again. There we go. So honestly, a really solid, really solid strategy for him is to just stick right in his armpit and kite around him. They call kiting, which is essentially just circling the boss and staying up on him and being aggressive. If you try and play it too far away, then he has the long reach because of the glaive, and it'll end up working out bad for you. I don't know if this is important, but it is worth noting that when he goes into his second phase, he is vulnerable to fire damage, and actually because we'll see a couple other enemies that do that sort of weird transformation. Anytime you see that, those enemies are weak to fire damage as well. Oh, cool. I got a cleric secret chime. I already have one of those. Thanks for nothing. Jeez, I don't know why you decided to turn around. That was a bad idea. If you take the time to run around and explore the Firelink Shrine, there's like tons of stuff. But most notably, there's quite a few embers that you can pick up, which is essentially this game's humanity, what swaps us between our normal status and what we are now, which is the enkindled, which essentially is your human form. You can interact with the online features that way. You can the way that they handle enkindling versus unenkindled is your HP total is cut in half when you're unkindled, and then once you're enkindled, you get that HP back. And then, like I said, you also get the online interactions. Over here, this guy right up here is a really strong, unique enemy. So I'm not really trying to fuck with him right now, since I'm still pretty low level. And I honestly had a really hard time with him anyway when I was trying to play normally. So we're going to leave him alone right now. But it is worth noting that he drops a pretty crappy armor set, but a really great early game weapon for dexterity focused characters, which would be the Uchikatana, which is quite helpful. And actually, honestly, in my other playthrough, which is a quality build, it proved to be pretty dang useful as well, even without the maximized dex scaling. So here we are, in this game's Firelink Shrine. So I'll give you a quick rundown of all the people. This is our crestfallen knight.
Another one roused from the sleep of death.
Yes.
Well, you're not alone. We unkindled are worthless. Can't even die right. Gives me and they'd have us seek the lords of sin, but we're...
So the Crestfallen Knight will pretty much be like every other game with a Crestfallen Knight, which is every Souls game. He's going to sit around and be generally mopey, but it is worth it to check in with him every time you do what I would essentially term story related things, which would be every time you beat a boss. And actually, in general, every time you beat a boss, you should always come back to Firelink and check back in with all the NPCs, because chances are they will have something new and interesting to say to you. And even if they don't, you want to spend those boss souls before you lose them.
Welcome to the bonfire, unkindled one.
Oh.
I tend to the Lord.
The Firekeeper is going to be our level up character this time around.
Very well.
So you'll have to come back to her to level up anyway. I will indeed touch the darkness with you. So, since we were actually able to kill the Crystal Lizard as well as Iudex without dying or losing our souls, we had quite a pool to pull from to start out with. I'm not exactly sure how I want to focus the leveling on this character. Obviously, he's going to want faith and strength, and we will have to add some into attunement as well. Let's see, how much to get. So at 18 we get another slot, and we wouldn't get another slot until 21. It's a little intense. I don't think I want to invest that much into attunement. Attunement does increase my FP, so it will be important, but not that important. But I think I want to drop some into my vitality just to give me a little bit of wiggle room with my equipment. Obviously, I want to throw some into strength and faith. Maybe luck. Yeah, that seems good for faith.
Farewell, Ashen One. May the flames guide thee.
And then also we have a woman who looks suspiciously like the Firekeepers that you meet in the beginning of the game in Dark Souls 2.
A pleasure to make thine acquaintance.
She's essentially a merchant. She sells you your basic starting items. What's important about her is that scattered throughout the game you're going to find things that are called ash. There's going to be like umbral ash. And you bring them back to her to increase her wares. Usually they're thematically linked to the location that you find them in.
Ashen One.
So we start out with the blue wooden shield. It has a 56 physical defense, so it might be of our benefit to at least get a better shield. That would be the large leather shield. She sells some better equipment as far as armor goes. I can't use any of these weapons. I might really want to think about bumping my dex up to 10 or 12 just so I get access. Heal Aid, which is like a weaker healing spell.
Ashen One.
So we'll go ahead and throw on our awesome leather shield, which looks probably the coolest it's ever looked in any of the games. I can also sell items, which is a new feature to this game right off the bat. Every item that's not a key item you can sell to actually everyone who's a vendor, which I think is cool. Obviously, we don't need a duplicate of that.
Ashen 1.
Alright, and then the other guy that we have here right off the bat is our
Well,
old buddy
a
Andre.
newcomer, right? I am
From the
Andre.
first game, he will smith your weapons, so he'll reinforce them for Titanite, infuse them if you have infusing items. He'll repair your equipment if it's broken. He also, and this is probably one of his more important features, allows you to change your distribution of Estus from regular to Ashen. I think I'll probably keep it as at 3-to-1 right now, since I don't feel like I'll be using a lot of Ashen Estus outside of healing. He will also allow you to reinforce for Estus shards, and that's his whole deal. So, how much souls do I have left? I think what I want to go ahead and do is... Let me take a peek at this stuff. I'm pretty sure it's better than whatever I'm wearing, but I just wanted to make sure.
Ashen 1. Be sure.
Oh yeah, this is looking baller already. I want to keep at the fast or the medium roll, just because I really don't like fat rolling, and it does not help me at all. Cool.
Ashen 1.
So we will switch over some of our equipment. And now we look more like a not so great knight. We can still fast roll. We got our better shield. We got a mace. We can cast things. Oh, you can also emote at the firekeeper, and she responds, which I think is a nice little touch. Apparently, that's a carryover from Bloodborne. Apparently, you could emote at the doll, and she responds. Okay, oh, and then our last NPC, who is already atop his throne, is one of the Lords of Cinder that I guess didn't decide to flee or not take his throne, which is this little guy.
And a seeker of lords, I am Ludleth of Corland.
Ludleth is basically just kind of an exposition character. At some point, you will get access to an item that allows you to make use of boss souls, similarly to how you do in the other games, and you give that to him, so he uses that. So there, yeah, that's the basic overview for Fireleak Shrine. That's our first boss. And when we come back, we will take on the High Wall of Lothric, and hopefully make some progress there. So thanks for joining me, and I hope you had fun. This is going to be a fun little adventure, and hopefully it won't be as frustrating for you guys watching as it will be for me playing. Okay, signing off.